Berg did a really nice design on this one. It's got a little bit of a homage, is it the word? Homage to yourself. So if you just open, you grab this and you grab that and you kind of step that out like there, you can see possibly the little
mirror.
The pineapple arm, there we go. So it was quite nicely done. I think Jay spoke to Vergie about putting that bad boy in there. So really nice.
I think I may have mentioned, originally I think he had like a sailor's anchor.
Yeah.
And I said, no, we'll swap it out for the pineapple.
Yeah, definitely. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of A Beer with the Brewer and the brewer himself. Matty, how are you? Looking glorious today.
Thank you, mate. I'm feeling lovely.
Oh, that's nice.
It's Friday lunchtime.
Friday lunchtime.
Time to try a beer. Not too many beers. We're just saying I'm making my long-awaited comeback tomorrow, playing footy.
Oh my God, what a sight it'll be. What a spectacular event that was. You got the big flags coming in. You're going to run through them.
Well, have you got your banner ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the outer?
Yep. I'll be in the outer.
Waving?
Old Popeye.
Excellent. Popeye, that's right.
Old Popeye. And I'll throw a couple of cans of spinach on the field for you.
Yep. We're ready to go. Crush those down.
How's the training been going?
The training, well, the weather's been a bit ordinary lately, so we haven't been on the track much.
Yeah.
That's probably how I fooled them into thinking I was right to play.
You also feed them with beers. Also,
yeah, that's right.
Correct.
Well, we are a major sponsor of the footy club now.
From 100%,
yeah.
Where are you sitting?
50? That's better than the 25 I've been going at.
Yeah, this is pretty good. All right, I do remember dropping you off at a previous game with 6 scooters under your belt.
Hey.
You performed actually pretty well on that day.
Yeah,
Is that the performance enhancers that you're going to be taking into this?
Probably not tomorrow.
No?
I've gotten a bit more serious in my old age. Probably only have 4.
Here we go. We have 4. All right, we'll have some tins on the sideline for you.
No.
All right, here we are today. We have the American Brown Ale. So previously, Browntown?
Browntown.
New iteration, slightly few changes to it. So we thought we'd...
a couple of tweaks.
Yeah, and again, like that was usually we had the old labels and things like that. So we had to come up with a design and everything like that for this one. So we've changed a few things around, and this is the new iteration that we've
freshen it up a little bit.
Freshen it up. And yeah, let's crack this.
Let's
and
crack
have
it
a
open.
go.
I thought you'd never ask.
Oh, so parched. It's a nice colour.
It does. It looks beautiful.
Look at that. Pretty good brewer's pour. Just need a funnel and the ability to actually brew beer.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Oh yes, it is this season for these, isn't it?
It's got a bit of cooler weather.
Absolutely delicious. I love winter because these come about.
I think I said to you a month or so ago, this is my favourite time of year for brewing.
This is true.
You get to make all these sorts of beers.
Beautiful.
Beer with a bit more
like they give you a
maltiness.
Hug.
Yeah.
It's like a hug in a beer.
Nice warm hug.
All right, matey. Well, we haven't reviewed this one for a fair while, so did you want to give us a little bit of rundown of the make and model?
Yeah, absolutely. So this beer, I think it's now up to our 5th or 6th iteration.
Yeah.
Or version. And as you said, it was called Browntown Brown Ale, but we got the chance to, now we do the full can wrap and spruce it up a little bit.
Yep.
So we've renamed it American Brown Ale, come up with a cool design. So I'll shout out again to Vergie. But in terms of the beer, the last batch, which we brewed I think a year ago, we brewed a big 35 hect batch. The first time we brewed it here at the new brewery, and then scaling it up, the beer doesn't always come out exactly the same as when you brew it on a smaller version.
Yep.
I was pretty happy with it, but I found it was probably just a little bit dark and just a little bit roasty. So with this one, I wanted to make it a little bit more, take a little bit of the colour out of it so it was more sort of brown.
Yep.
And then a bit more biscuity, a bit more malty rather than that sort of roast flavour that you don't necessarily have in brown ales.
Yeah.
So just take a bit of the edge off it and then make it, nice and biscuity and sort of smooth. It's still hopped quite aggressively, so that's the American brown ale. I'll have to remember what the hops are. It might say it in the tasting note. Amarillo, Simcoe, and Chinook.
Oh, very nice.
So we did play around. It's always American hops. We do play around with what's been in it. We've had Cascade, Willamette, and a few different ones. Chinook is like a sort of a almost old school American hop now. I was in a lot of early US West Coast IPAs and pale ales and stuff like that. So the characteristics is sort of that piney, but it does have a fruit element and sort of like grapefruity as well. So that sort of suits this style of beer. Simcoe is similar. It's sort of like a version of steroids on those sort of same flavors. And then Amarillo is just a classic. So they marry in pretty well with the brown ale. It's funny, in a dark beer, you can use the same amount of hops as you'd use in a pale beer, but because of the malt flavour, the hops don't pop quite as much. So this has normally got the same amount of hops as a IPA would.
Yeah, okay.
But it's they do sort of marry in. It's certainly got some aroma, but you get all those malty aromas and stuff coming through.
Yeah, definitely. Just adds like this really subtle kind of layer to it.
Yeah,
balances
layers of flavour.
Kind of like, it doesn't, it kind of creates this type of like, I guess, it's not a sweetness, but it feels like a sweetness through the hop kind of profiles and things like that. It kind of really slices through that maltiness of the beers, and it kind of those flavor profiles that you usually get from those hop oils and everything like that really kind of, I don't know, they just mold in together really, really well and just create this really nice kind of mouthfeel and just flavor profile as well. Like, they don't stand out in themselves like you do with like an IPA or anything like that, where the hops really, really shine and you can really kind of possibly get those really distinct flavor profiles through all the different levels. But this kind of works in a different way with the darker beers. It kind of emulsifies into it and just creates that overall kind of flavor.
Marry together the flavors. A beer, well, most of the malty beers, they have like 6-7 different malts in them. Just to sort of build up that body and intensity of flavour. Yeah. I guess roughly as the malts get darker, you use less of them. Yeah. But it's got like Munich malt, biscuit malt, crystal malt, and then a bit of the dark malt to get the colour. And they all sort of build the layers of the complexity you're going for in the beer. And then, as you said, the hoppiness sort of balances all that out. Yeah. So it's a beer like this is probably, it's quite high. It's probably like 50 IBU. If you had 50 IBU on a pale beer, like, you'd be like,
should be chewy.
But it's all about the balance. You've got all that body, so you can actually throw a lot more hops into it.
No, that's fantastic. I think
it's come out pretty well.
And Berg did a really nice design on this one. Fairly simple, kind of held back a little bit, but it's got a little bit of a homage, is it the word? Homage to yourself. So if you just open, you grab this, and you grab that, and you kind of step that out like there, you can see possibly the little
mirror.
The pineapple arm, there we go. So it was quite nicely done. I think Jay spoke to Vergie about putting that bad boy in there. So really nice.
I think I may have mentioned, originally I think he had like a sailor's anchor. And I said, no, we'll swap it out for the pineapple.
Yeah, definitely.
A little bit self-fulfilling.
Yeah, 100%.
But then if you have a look more closely on the hand, this is Jay's little I Love Browntown. Which was the homage to what it was previously called.
Yeah, very nice, very nice.
So I don't know if I'd get that tattooed on my hand.
No?
No.
What about on your back?
Oh, maybe. We'll see. Probably getting too old to get more tattoos, to be honest.
Just fill in some positions, mate. Fill in positions. So, as you can probably hear, we've finally hit the big time. We've got an audience now. If you pan around there, we've got a fan club that just rocks in all the time. Just really, really loving the podcast. They come and join us down here every time. Here's another
guys,
one.
how you going? It's drinking on the job again, I see.
Yeah, mate. Only way. It's all QA, mate. It's all
tough
QA.
part of the job.
So, well, fantastic.
Probably won't be long until we're in the studio.
We probably will get our own studio, maybe our own brand, all those type of bits and pieces. So maybe some merch out there.
Oh, some merch.
Wouldn't that be
It's
nice?
not a bad idea.
Our two faces on some shirts.
That'll look good, I reckon.
Be like the Steve-O kind of thing. He's way
Maybe
cooler than us, though.
Maybe we could talk to Verg and see if he can do that up
I
for us.
reckon we could probably sort that out. If you want a T-shirt with our faces on it, please let us know. Reach out. We could probably do a couple of special limited releases.
If we get 5 people that say yes, I reckon we can get it done.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So, well, Matty, another cracking dark beer for this season. This is one of, again, I love the dark beers. You do them so well. It kind of fits my palate as well. So, I've always said that one of my favourite beers that you brew is our Russian Imperial Stout.
Oh, yes.
So
That bad boy is coming soon.
yes,
It's in
I
tank at
know.
the
I'm
moment.
really, really excited about that one. We've got a few bottles sitting aside for some barrel aged stuff as
We
well.
do.
So we might be able to crack them out. Maybe
Certainly.
towards the end of the year. They've been kind of self-filling themselves,
They
bubbling
are.
away.
They're ready. No, you're ready to go.
Oh yes, oh yes. So, but anyway, guys, jump onto their socials and everything like that. We'll throw some stock us up. Go grab some of this. It's an absolute cracker for this time of year. It suits the style. It's beautiful. It's like a bloody hug in a cup kind of thing. So, you've done a cracking job, Matty. So, cheers for that.
Cheers, mate.
Excellent. And we'll see you next time.